brain retraining family. Today we are going to go over a brain retraining practice round script where we're going to focus on creating a sense of safety with connection and co-regulation. So we're going to be talking about polyvagal theory and social safety. So the theme or the mantra for this mindfulness scripted practice is going to be I am safe, I am connected, I am healing. My body and mind are open to joy, love, and social connection. I want us to understand a little bit about polyvagal theory and social safety in the context of brain retraining. So with brain retraining and limbic system healing, we are creating a sense of safety. We are telling the amygdala and hippocampus and HPA axis in our brain that it is okay and it is safe to calm down that alert system that's become hyperactive and created a chronic stress state leading to chronic illness or chronic pain. In the program that I run, Psyche-Soma-Sol, and on the videos on this channel that I put out there for our community healing for anyone to use, we talk a lot about the nervous system, the threat response system, shifting from that sympathetic fight or flight mode to parasympathetic, calming, healing mode. And another layer of this is polyvagal theory, and this was developed by Dr. Porges. And basically it goes into depth about how the vagus nerve influences our physiological state and our ability to engage socially based on where we are on that nervous system spectrum. So what's interesting about polyvagal theory is when we think about the limbic system, we tend to oversimplify that we are either in fight or fight, rest or digest, sympathetic or parasympathetic. And really, there is a middle ground where we are able to co-regulate and feel safe and feel a sense of social engagement. We need to be, ramped up enough and have enough adrenaline and endorphins and things going on that we're activated enough that we can engage with people. And sometimes that involves a little bit of activation of our nervous system to be able to socially engage. But we have to be calm enough and regulated enough that we feel safe to go out there and engage with others. And when we're working on a visualization like this, I always like to mention that it doesn't have to be people. This can be pets or horses or animals. I love to do animal therapy in my work as a therapist. I'm trained in equine therapy and animal-assisted therapy. So if it's a struggle to visualize relationship with other people at this point because of past trauma, animals also have this ability to help us co-regulate, maybe not quite on the highest level of feeling safe in social situations that we want to work up to engage with other humans, but animals can be something else that helps us to regulate our nervous system, and I do believe we can experiment with polyvagal theory utilizing our pets and our animal friends as much as our human friends. Another big thing here that we're working on, especially with past trauma, which leads to nervous system overactivation, is creating safe social spaces. So engaging in positive social interactions, surrounding ourselves with healthy people, helps us to find that middle ground in our nervous system and promote a state of calm and healing. So loved ones, pets, supportive communities, group therapy, counseling, these are all examples of safe spaces for nervous system healing. And healing through social connection is integral to recovery because in order to heal from chronic pain or illness, we don't want to just feel safe within our own little bubble. We want to generalize that to feeling safe within the world around us, or else we will continue to feel triggered when we try to engage in the world. So feeling safe in social settings help us to further regulate our nervous system and expand our healing out into the real world, not just what we practice at home. When we're working here on our visualizations, we want to focus on finding a quiet space, relaxing our body, closing our eyes, taking some deep breaths to release tension. Every inhale, visualizing white healing light coming into our bodies, and with every exhale, releasing stress or tension that we're carrying with us. During the visualization, we want to engage all of our senses to really feel grounded in our experience. We want to remain present, and if our mind wanders, we're going to bring it back to the visualization we're in. And repeat this practice as regularly as it feels comfortable to you. So to start, we're going to focus on our past visualization. We are going to focus in on our breath. We are going to remind our amygdala and our nervous system We are safe right now. This is an experiment where we are picturing in our mind's eye different situations, and we are knowing that if anything feels triggering to us, we can use our breath and our grounding to come back down and feel safe and regulated where we are. We are going to first remember a time in your life where you felt safe, loved, connected, particularly with a loved one, a pet, a family, a supportive environment, maybe a sports team or a group of friends or a class you went to, even a therapist or whatever that might be. It might seem kind of interesting to try to think back on our social safety feelings, but it can really be whatever feels good for you. Now we're going to visualize this moment in detail. Where were we? What were we feeling? Who were we with? What thoughts were going through our head? What conversations were we having? What allowed us to enter this state of actual resonance and co-regulation with this other being? Typically, if we feel more closed off, what allowed us to feel open to co-regulation at this time? Really engaging our senses. Do we feel the warmth of a hug or a handhold or petting an animal? Can we hear the laughter and feel that feeling of that conversation, or seeing the smiling faces or smelling a familiar scent? And we want to really immerse ourselves in what did that energy feel like? What emotions and sensations were coming over us? Where did we feel them in our body? Did we put words to them, or did we just feel them? And we want to focus on that feeling of love, safety, and connection radiating throughout our body. As we shift back and forth through our visualization and in the present moment, we're going to remind our nervous system that we are calm and safe. We're going to repeat to ourselves, I am safe, I am connected. The alarm system is off because I am shifted into a state of engagement and connection and regulation where deep healing occurs. And as you feel your body relaxing and you feel your breath becoming steady, you feel this sense of connection with the world around us, the energy, the collective energy and consciousness, anyone or thing or person or animal or sense of safety in this universe that makes you feel connected to something bigger and feeling safe. Now I want you to imagine your future self, a time where you are healed and thriving and you are safe and you're surrounded by healthy, positive connections and relationships. And I want you to visualize a specific place that you are, maybe at a gathering of friends or family, or at a farm with the horses, or walking your pet, or at a yoga class, or in a therapy setting, somewhere that you can really imagine yourself being around others and feeling safe and regulated. And I want you to feel a sense of calm, but also feel that little bit of activation that comes where we can fully be ourselves in the presence of another being. And it kind of brings us alive a little, but we also feel safe. And I want you to focus on that vitality and the connection. Where do we feel that in our body? How do your senses perceive this state? This is a little different than a more controlled meditation of just a safe space. We are co-regulating and allowing other energies into our space. But how do our senses feel here? What are we feeling and seeing and hearing, and what kind of comfort does this bring us, and what kind of excitement does this bring us? And I want you to work on embracing those emotions of love, safety, joy, curiosity, and really experience this reality. And as we work on this, I want you to think about some questions. I want you to think about a moment where you felt deeply connected with a loved one, and visualize that feeling as a warm, glowing light in your heart that spreads love and safety throughout your body. And I want us to take a moment here to repeat some mantras. I am safe, I am connected, I am healing. I learn how to regulate around others when I feel safe and supported. By practicing these rounds regularly, you can create a regulated nervous system and encourage exploration of social connection and a new way of living. Embrace this power of your mind and body to heal, connect, and thrive. I hope you guys have a great week full of healing and love, and thank you so much for being here.